This is the famous Fontana Hilton. It's a very nice shelter. Excellent views. Even has a charging station. And I think there's a shower somewhere. Oh look, there's clean water. You can literally live here. Forgot about these. No privies here. These bathrooms actually have showers with warm water. It is Wednesday the 23rd of February, day 8. I'm walking across FONTANADAM right now. It's actually turned out to be a really beautiful day. It thunderstormed last night, but I was nice and warm inside. It's been a good evening at FONTANADAM Resort. Had some really good burgers. Hung out with cool people. Hammer, Radioactive, and Sparky. They all started, I think, around the beginning of February, maybe a little bit earlier. Yeah, now I'm headed up into the Smokies. It's going to be a tough day. Over 25 miles and about 8,000 feet gained. So, probably be hiking into the night. But man, it's a beautiful day. FONTANADAM is the tallest dam in the eastern United States. Here we are, Great Smoky Mountains National Park. The sun is coming out. Pretty incredible for the middle of February. It's gonna be like 70 today. It's been such a nice day. Probably mid 60s. Sun is out. Very unusual for the Smokies in February, but I'll take it. Making great time. My legs feel really good today. My feet are hurting less. So trail legs are coming in. Hopefully that means next week or this week you can start pushing closer to 30s. Yeah. Trail is very muddy today, but no ice, no snow. So it's good. Got 12 more miles to the DERRICK knob shelter, I believe this is the name. I've already climbed like 4,500 or 5,000 feet, and then I've got somewhere around 3,000, 3,500 left to climb. So second part of the day should be easier than the first. Well, the clouds have rolled in. It always reminds me of like a horror movie. Wow, what an incredible view. That Siler Bald Shelter taking lunch. Got about 15 more miles to go, and then if the weather's not too bad and I'm not feeling too tired, I'll do another 7 today. Yeah, pretty rainy day, but it's actually not that cold, so I'll take it. I can do wet, I can do cold. I don't like to do wet and cold. Forests like these all covered in green moss. One of my favorites. Looks so magical. Little patches of snow left. Here's Clingman's Dome, highest point on the Appalachian Trail. There's no point going up here, but I'm gonna go anyway, just to be up there. Ready for an incredible view? The west. Here's all the stuff you're supposed to be able to see. Now we're looking to the north. Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, that way, apparently. Here's the east. Mount Mitchell, Mount Pisgah. And to the south, what do we got? Fontana Lake, 8.5 miles. Man, the trail is like a river right now. Trying out my waterproof socks today. I think they're working pretty well. Sun's finally starting to come out. It's so pretty. Trail is just a mess. Really happy that with the calendar year triple, it kind of forces me to just keep going on nasty days and ends up seeing really beautiful things that you don't see if you're not out on a day like this, and you learn that it's not that bad. So it'll build that habit, that discipline of doing the thing you don't want to do. Bit of a nasty day today. A little bit colder than yesterday, but still not too bad. Got to go 30 miles today, because I ended up stopping a little early last night. There were 3 others in the shelter. Toon, a girl from Canada, Toronto. Hot Moose, he's a young guy, I think he's only 18 or 19, from Maine. And then Caesar, who was just out for the night, but he had through hiked in 09. So I decided it'd be nice to hang out with them, have an earlier day. So got to bed pretty early, got up at 6:30 today, got moving by 7, and I got to push to 30. But it's 5,000 feet gain, 10,000 feet down. Feel bad for the Sobos, but I guess that's what I had to do the other direction coming up. Well, the sun's come out and it stopped raining. It's really nice now, but it's definitely getting colder. This cold front pushing through. I think it's supposed to drop down into the 30s by this afternoon, but by then I should be at a much lower elevation, so hopefully it won't be too bad. But I'm hiking with all these layers on right now and just barely staying warm, and that's the goal. It's actually better to be a little cold than too warm when you're hiking, because you know, your body needs to work to dissipate your heat. So if you're too warm, you're just creating extra work for yourself. So you actually perform better if you're a little cold. Hi.
My name is Demetrio. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is my 3rd week on the trail.
How's it been for you?
Very wet. But other than that, great. It's still beautiful.
Very good. Well, good luck. Woods up here, absolutely gorgeous. Wow, just totally above the clouds right now. That is so interesting looking. Made it to the other side of the Smokies. Done like 28.5 today so far. Chili Mac, who I met on the CDT, is gonna meet me down here in another 1.5 miles with a pizza and a little bit extra food so I can get to Hot Springs tomorrow. So I'm gonna hike on a couple hours after I eat, so it's gonna be a big day. Really looking forward to a pizza, man. It's 10 p.m. It's really foggy, hard to see much. 3 miles to my destination. Just listening to all the news stories on Russia invading Ukraine. Pretty weird to be out in the middle of the woods listening to World War III starting. Frozen trees again. Did get pretty cold last night. Did pretty big miles yesterday, 38.1. Definitely feeling a little tired today from that, but be able to go into Hot Springs, sleep in a warm bed. Last night was probably the second coldest night on trail so far, and that was only like 2,500 feet, so if I were up in the Smokies it would have been much worse. Yeah, nice frosty morning. Trees are very pretty. Just gonna keep on keeping on. Wow. This is Max Patch. I was not expecting a view, but this is pretty amazing. It's raining again, and with the rain, I think a cold front's moving in. It's been really quite cold. I'd say maybe, it might be below freezing now. Extra motivation to get to town. Got 8 or 10 more miles down to Hot Springs, so try and get there before 6 so I can still get restaurant food and all that stuff. At the Laughing Heart Hostel, right off the trail. It's raining, and hope I got here before all the restaurants and stuff closed. Should be good. Oh, hey pup. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.